So how long is it going to take for the Beyonder to return? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, Season 2, Episode 8. And so as I said in the cold open there, I'm wondering how long it's going to take. I'm not necessarily in a rush, I'm just curious. This is something I've been thinking about because it could end up waiting until kind of, I guess you could say, the mid-season break. Which is, I guess, episode 14. But then it might be earlier, or it might even not happen until the next set of episodes are released, which who knows when that's ever going to happen at this point because of Disney's stupid release schedule and how that goes. But I'm definitely interested to see where we continue to go, because we've been doing a lot of good character stuff this season and not a lot of story stuff, not as much as you would think. We've been building up characters, introducing some new things, and definitely making setups for the future, but nothing that has, like, you know, truly stuck. Nothing that has really, like, added together. And I know the show is mostly episodic. I understand that. I'm not complaining. I'm pointing this out. That so far there really hasn't been a story to season 2. The first episode I'm not really counting because that was just a continuation of the finale of season 1. That's not really a story for the season though. They had the little bit of an ongoing thing with Lunella having, you know, the PTSD, but since her one victory over that, they don't seem to have brought that back. And I'm really hoping that they do bring it back more, because one victory over it, one like, you know, revelation on it isn't going to stop that. That's not how trauma works. And the show is definitely better than that. Now, there was the panic attack last episode, but that was brought on by a completely different source. Now, mind you, that could be connected still. Like, her mind could still be in that fragile state, and that's what caused the stress and buildup from what happened with the Wakandan doctor. I can't remember her name right now. I think it started with an A. But that could have, like, built up and all much more than it would have otherwise because of the trauma she went through. But the thing is, we don't really know that. That's just a theory, basically. It's not a bad one. It's just we have no proof that that's the case. Now, I still don't know what's going to happen. Still have not seen any spoilers for this, so this could kind of go any which way at the moment. I'm just hoping we continue to get more great stuff, more great Casey moments, more great Lunella moments, great stuff with Mimi, just everything. But I'm not going to wait till the afterthoughts to say this. I'm just going to bring this up now. I'll probably mention it again in the afterthoughts, though. But this is going to be our last reaction to Moon Girl for a little bit. We're taking a break. We're not dropping it. We're definitely not dropping it. But we are taking a break, and there's multiple reasons for this. Obviously, the big one is that every now and again I need to take a break from a show. It just helps me keep in the zone. And this is about like an episode over halfway where we are currently, because we have like 14 episodes, I believe, and yeah, halfway technically would have been after last episode, but I decided to make it work to go in line with, you know, the fact that we're going to be going on break for spring break next week. I decided to line it up with that instead. So, yeah. We have we're going to have 8 episodes down after this. And we're going to take a little break. We're going to obviously come back to this. We're just going to basically have a show in the meantime to just kind of refresh myself on this, but also because I want to get to another show. Here's the thing. I am not going to tell you what that other show is. I'm going to be a complete asshole about this and just not reveal it to you. And again, I'm saying this right here and now, because I feel like I just want to get this out of the way. I don't want to necessarily wait till the afterthoughts. Plus, I might end up forgetting if the episode ends up making me, like, you know, focus on whatever happens in it. But yeah, it's just we're gonna finish off for now, and then, as you know, next week is the spring break, and we're only doing a couple shows on Monday next week. And then the week after, when we come back on April 9th, we're going to be getting to something new for this slot. And then Moon Girl will return after that's done, of course. But this is also because the show I want to get to in this slot, I don't want to wait for. I don't want to wait any longer. And it's like, I don't want to wait, like, what, 6, 7 more weeks, whatever it is. I'm bad at math. I don't want to wait that much longer for getting to it. And that's not including the break and everything, or anything else that might come up. So we're going to get to it. We're going to take a break from Moon Girl, and then we're going to come back to Moon Girl right after that's done. That is the plan. That is what we're sticking to. So, yeah. I apologize for everyone who obviously enjoys this. And again, it will return. I obviously really love this show, and I'm not going to let it, like, stay off of the channel for too long if I can help it. But this also is, I feel, going to help bridge the gap a little bit between these episodes and the next set, whenever that ends up being released. Because that way, it won't be like, oh, we just barrel through this set of episodes and then have to wait forever for the next set. No, we barrel through half of these episodes, get to something else, and come back to the second half of these episodes, and that will be probably a little closer to the release of more. So, hey, I think it's a smart idea here. I think it'll just help us be able to continue on a lot better. And again, this way I don't have to wait to get to what's going to replace it, which again is a secret for now. You will find out when that debuts, actually. But that being said, we're just going to get into this and see what this episode has in store for us. So, when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, I looked up the VAs. And Alex Newell, who was Pebble, they are a non-binary actor who goes by any pronouns. I'm going to use they, them for them. I don't really know them from anything. Apparently they were on Glee, but I wouldn't recognize the voice from there. So, yeah, I don't... Bumper Robinson, I didn't recognize. Fred Stoller, who was Tooth Gnasher. And also the only one who didn't get a happy ending for some reason. And again, has been in various things that I've seen here and there, but nothing I would recognize the voice for. They just kind of sounded familiar, and outside of, Aragorn being voiced by Cree Summer, who obviously I know, none of them were voices I really knew. But then, of course, granted, was Giancarlo Esposito, who obviously I know. He's Gus in Breaking Bad. He was Lex Luthor in the Harley Quinn series. He's just such an amazing actor in everything he does. And I kind of wish he had more of a role in this, but like I kind of also understand why he didn't, because they put the focus more on, the sidekicks, as you could call them. Pebble, Redwing, Aragorn, and Tooth Gnasher. And less on, the heroes they were attached to. And I actually want to look that up real quick, because I forgot to look that up in between. Pebble and Granite. Marvel. I want to see if these are like actual characters. Okay, according to this, Pebble is the only member of the Action Buddies Confidential who was made up for the series. So Pebble and Granite are original characters. Okay, so let me look up the others then. Let me check Redwing. Now, I know in Marvel there's a robot named Redwing that works with Falcon, Sam. That was in the MCU even. But this, I think, is a different character, unless it's supposed to be like a reference to that character in the MCU. Let me check. Okay, Redwing, Earth 616. Oh, still a partner of Captain America, though. Okay. But Sam wasn't the name. Partner of Captain America, Sam Wilson, Pet Avengers. So I guess maybe the character that was attached to Redwing in this series was just different for whatever reason. And yeah, the one in the MCU, the drone must be named after this Redwing. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be the case here. So let's check Aragorn next. Marvel, Aragorn. Okay, here we go. Aragorn's partner is Dr. Dane Whitman, the Black Knight. Okay. That's Kit's character, Jon Snow. That's his character in the series, right? And Aragorn was ended up being entrusted to Brunhilde the Valkyrie, and then as well Samantha Parrington also. So I wonder if Samantha Parrington was the one in this series, or Brunhilde. I wonder if one of them were the Red Wing's owner in this series, or not Red Wing, Aragorn. And now Tooth Gnasher. Oh. Oh, Tooth Gnasher's one of the goats from Thor Love and Thunder. I haven't actually seen that, but I know of the goats. So is that why, like, there was, like, Tooth Gnasher mentioned, I think, some legal battle, and then that's why at the end, his partner wasn't looking for him? Because of, they couldn't, like, legally use Thor or something for this because of the MCU or something? That's gotta be it, right? That's gotta be the case. Um, but they've had Captain America show up in this, so that'd be a little weird. I don't know, but I guess maybe there is some like actual legal reason they couldn't use that. Either way, this episode was, I think, our first fully devil focused episode. Like, we've had episodes that obviously have devil in a major role, but this is, I think, the first one that is basically a solo episode for him, with Lunella relegated to a barely there B plot. It's okay. It was blatantly obvious where it was going the entire time, that it was all misunderstandings, except, I guess, Tooth Gnasher. But yeah, it was very clear it was misunderstandings. The reasons they were mad in the first place were kind of dumb. It's like, oh, my owner is getting an apartment in Florida and it says no dogs allowed. It's like, I'm just going to assume that he's leaving me behind, even though I have no evidence of that. Oh, Red Wing's like, oh, my owner won't even show his face. It's like, you're assuming that you don't even know the situation. You don't know why. Apparently it was witness protection, interestingly enough. And then and then Aragorn's was kind of the dumbest of them all. It's like, my partner won't let me fly in the plane. I won't fit, but they didn't know that. It's like, I'm sure they knew that. What are you talking? What? That is such a stupid ass reason. And of course, this entire episode was predicated on, Devil being upset that he couldn't go on the family road trip with Lunella and the family, even though, let's be honest, no shit he couldn't. It's predicated on this entire situation that was just like, yeah, he can't go with them. They don't know that Lunella's Moon Girl, therefore they can't have Devil go with them. And Lunella did nothing wrong. I stand by that. She did not need to apologize at the end there. She did nothing wrong. She told Devil that he couldn't go because she was not ready to come out to her family about this yet. There's literally nothing wrong about that. Devil was being selfish, honestly. Because he gets to spend time with Lunella all the time. It even basically shows that in this episode. He's like thinking back to all the time they constantly spend together. Watching movies with her and Casey, doing superhero stuff, hanging out while she's doing experiments and stuff down in the lab. It's like, they spend so much goddamn time together. Her going out to spend time with her family in a way that he can't join in, she has nothing to apologize for there. She was not in the wrong, and Devil was entirely in the wrong on that. So it's a little annoying that they kind of that they wrote her to apologize too when she had done nothing wrong like that, and definitely had nothing to apologize to Devil for. I'm glad Devil apologized, but yeah, like, she shouldn't have needed to. He was in the wrong, she wasn't. It wasn't even a mutual thing. Like, yeah, she got upset at him, but that's only because he was acting like a spoiled baby. It's ridiculous. And honestly, probably one of the weaker episodes of the series. But it is still part of this series, and it still proves to be a good episode. Just comparative to mostly everything else, it's weaker. It's not as good. It's just, it's still part of a series that even its weakest episodes are going to be better than a lot of other stuff. So, Yeah. Still good, but one of the weakest episodes of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur so far. That being said, like I said in the pre-thoughts, this is going to be the last episode for a little bit. Kind of wish we left off on a little bit of a better one. But we're taking a break. And once again, this is not dropping it. I'm not dropping the show. We're just taking a short break that will that will give us some time to watch something else and then come back to it. And like I said in the pre-thoughts, I'm not telling you what we're putting in this slot. I'm not telling you what is replacing Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur for the time being. I'm keeping that a secret. But just as a reminder, next week there will be nothing on Tuesday. Because next week the spring break for the channel begins, and that starts on Tuesday. We will have Dr. Stone next week, though. Because on Monday we're doing One Piece, Dr. Stone, and Whack Fu. We're doing kind of a myriad of things that I just don't want to put on break for too long. So those three will be on Monday, but then starting on Tuesday next week, the 2nd, we will be going on break until the following week, April 8th. So, yeah. Moon Girl is going to be replaced, and its replacement will start on Tuesday, April 9th. So, yeah, it's not going away for long. It's just for the time being. And then we'll come right back to Moon Girl after we go through this other show. But, yeah, it'll be revealed to you what that's going to be once we get to it 2 weeks from today. So that also means I'm not going to be changing the channel banner until that comes up. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll change the channel banner, and maybe that'll be the reveal. Maybe that'll be how I reveal what's replacing it instead of just waiting for it to come. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But like I said, Moon Girl will be back. I just think this is going to be a good way to also bridge the gap into the next set of episodes that we eventually get, as well as just gives me some time off to, refresh myself for more episodes of this. And I get to check out a show that I just don't want to wait on. So, all of that. In the meantime, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this episode of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur? And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.